go, Cole.
But what's going on, everybody? I'm the one, the only, the WOOKIE, joined here by the normal cast of Misfits. We do have the kid that knows more than you, Mr. Cole Robbie.
What's up?
The kid that knows less than you, Dexter.
Hello, everyone.
It's a little delayed today. And the guy with the godlike hair, Felix.
I'm losing to Cole.
What? Cole has godlike hair?
I'm losing.
Oh, you're losing.
I'm losing to Cole.
It
They're playing a game on Board Game Arena.
It's because he knows more.
Exactly, because that's what you do during a podcast. You just play behind your screen.
He knows more than you, but is not smart enough to use his insider information to use it to his advantage.
True.
Or he chooses not to.
Yeah, probably a little more
that
one.
He uses his powers for good, not for evil. Or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not the type to game the system and use that knowledge and buy up all the good uniques.
Yeah, see, this is why. See, you're the reason why he won't give us all the information, Dexter. And we'll get to that in a minute.
Fair enough.
We'll get to that in a minute. But quick update to everybody: Singleton and no unique modes are now live on BGA for your deck builders. So go play Altered the way it was intended to be played, with no uniques.
Singleton's
fine too.
Nah, play Singleton instead of no unique.
Play no uniques.
Boring.
Play no uniques.
Until we get Exalted, and then that's the new unique.
Singleton is even more fun because for some of the heroes, you can have 5 uniques. You gotta play some
more unique
Sierra 5 unique Singleton. Some shenanigans over there.
Honestly, I could punch myself in the face and I'd be all right too. I've I said, I've already told you guys. My ability to play games.
Yeah, you don't like uniques.
Season.
We get it.
I don't like uniques. I think they bring a bad flavor to the game. And some people like them. And you want to know what? That's fucking okay. We're allowed to all have our own opinions. I know that's a weird thing in 2026. We should all think like Dexter. Everybody play the meta. Or you're a donkey.
Yeah, because if you're not playing meta, you're not winning.
All right,
you want to play if you're not winning.
Let's move.
Some of us just play for fun.
Fun? What's that?
Well, there's a couple quick notes for the no unique and the Singleton. No unique is no unique, straightforward. But you can now pick them both in the deck builder and join a queue on BGA to play those formats. The thing you need to know about Singleton is it's not how the Italian tournament has been running, which has become the popular Singleton up until now. Equinox put out their own rules and limitations, and the deck size is 59 cards with no rare limit. The only limit is you can only have one rarity of the card name each. I said that poorly. You can have one common, one rare, and one unique of the same character.
Literally a single copy of each card. Not name, but each card.
Yep. And then, as Dexter mentioned, different heroes have different unique limits, and Sierra has 5, which is the highest, including Arak and Moyo, Lindway, so those could be a lot of fun. And then the best heroes, of course, only are allowed 3. Tasia, Kojo, Basira, Siggy, Nevenka, Fen, Traced. There's some debate on Nevenka having only 3, but I think it's totally fair with the kind of uniques that Nevenka can run. I think she does not need more than 3.
I think it makes sense at 3 or 4. One thing that I found interesting for the no unique mode is that they're allowing Exalteds still. So when the next set comes out, You can still play Exalteds in no unique mode and kind of have them for placeholders instead of those uniques.
For now.
Yeah.
Calm down, Dexter.
I don't know. None of the Exalteds they've released so far seem super busted, so it should be fine. They're just a lot rarer.
I know.
We will we'll be answering that question at the end of today's episode, actually. So if you want to hear some thoughts about what we think on Exalted cards, stick to the end of the episode.
Dexter went into full what am I looking for? Full spike mode. And was like, oh!
Yeah. I'm always in that mode.
I know. It's ridiculous.
But Wookie was going to tell us what is the main topic of today's episode.
Well, it's a lot. We're still kind of mid transitioning into the next season, right? So we decided to go with what are we all playing? Right? Kind of a recap reset, right? Right before next set kind of what's the expected date for that? February? Right?
Yeah. It's almost as if our last episode re-recorded went over all of these dates.
Had the timeline in detail.
Bruv, I'm bad with dates, times, and names. I'll get your
February
face though.
February 13th.
I will remember
I
a
am
face,
the same with
but
faces.
I will forget your name 1,010%. And but I'll be like, how do I know you? It just happened to be this weekend at my wife's kind of I guess I don't want to. It's her Christmas party for the school, and I'm like, how do I know that guy? I know him from somewhere. I just don't know where. But that's neither here nor here. But anyways.
Yeah, I am bad with names as well. Do you want to give your disclaimer so that you don't feel bad for this episode, Wookie? Tell the people your struggles of the past couple months.
My struggles as far as what?
I'm not
you
playing
haven't been playing
much
any games.
I haven't played any games. So, I mean, I don't think it's a struggle. It's a part of life, right? We all run through the hills and valleys, right? And especially, you guys, maybe, Felix, you have kids, right? If I remember correctly.
I sure do.
Yep.
So,
he's an 8-year-old currently.
Right. So, you and Dexter can't so much, attribute what the holiday season is, especially once, we get into, Thanksgiving and then afterward, but it's a tough time for parents and people that work retail. It is a very busy time, so it just is what it is. I haven't played. So when was KFC, Dexter?
Oh gosh, that was late November 20th, something like that.
Try early November. It was the first weekend of November.
Was it?
Yeah. It was November. It was November 6th, 7th,
November
8th.
10th.
So I haven't played anything. I haven't played Keyforge. I haven't played Altered. I haven't played. I told you guys I hadn't even played a video game on my cell phone. Right, just bored to tears somewhere, just scrolling through video games. Haven't even done that. So it is what it is. 2026 is looking up. Maybe I'll be able to get out and about a little more often. I'm hoping so, right? I'm hoping to maybe get to a thing or two in 2026 for both Altered and wow, I'm drawing a total and Keyforge, but here we go. But I mean, what am I playing? Listen, we already know. You know what I mean? I always have a Lyra ready. You know what? It's literally on my desk right now. I'd turn on my camera and show you guys, but it's already in my thing that's recording this. But I always have Lyra ready. Period. End of story. It's always ready to go. Unless I'm meeting Dexter somewhere, he will hand me a pile of cards that resembles a deck. and then thrash me with his insanely meta deck. Right, Dexter?
Yeah, so
Sounds about right. Yep.
You'll
I
do
did that once
at
already.
the next event in a couple weeks or whenever you guys.
I am not going to Neko.
But
Wookiee's going to be lame and not going to go to Neko.
I am not going to Neko.
Oh, come on, Wookiee.
Yeah. I had plans to go to Neko that kind of just fell through. It is what it is. It's not, like I said, not a big deal. I mean, Neko's fun, right? Like, I'm sure. I've never been. This is the first time I was going to go to Neko. But, like, it just, the plans just kind of fell through. It's not, again, not the end of the world, guys. There'll be more events, I promise. When's the next big one? Are they going to do something at, like, PAX for Altered?
Oh, how about we just don't dive into that right now? A couple seconds ago, you had the perfect segue. You said Dexter always beats you with a meta deck.
So here's what Dexter
you did
does.
not provide any.
I forgot my deck when me and Dexter last played. I'm like, shit, I left it back I literally left it back at the hotel. And he's like, I have an extra deck. You want to play anyways? And I was like,
gave
sure.
you a very decent Aphanis deck.
He did not.
My Aphanis was just not quite as good as my Tasia.
His Tasia whipped the shit out.
I had two decks. One was better.
It was like
I
watching,
told you beforehand that the Tasia deck was better.
It was
you were the one that chose the Aphanis.
Like deck. Watching a pro team go up against a high school team. Like, it was just like the value.
He's like
cards.
one of the. He's like one of the kids at my Pokemon League. He just learned, one of the children, he's like 8. He just learned how to play the game. So he built a deck for his dad with no energy cards.
Oof.
Yeah, that's kind of how that
his
felt.
His dad just played the deck without looking?
The dad just learned how to play, and he didn't know what he was doing.
He just learned how to play,
gave him a deck with no energy cards. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So the kid did it on purpose.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You can see it in his face.
That's hilarious. That's really...
So...
Yeah.
That's what Dexter
So yeah, I've been playing the meta. Been playing lots of Basira, lots of Trace, pretty much just what you're seeing on 39 cards. I'm playing that. Maybe I switch a few cards out depending on how I'm feeling on the day, but I pretty much play what I see is winning on 39 cards that I like. I played a little bit of Kojo too, but I'm not very interesting.
Make you feel included in the episode. You play a lot of Traced. How do you think the Grims should be eroded?
Oh, the Grims is fine. The Grims isn't a problem. It's a really freaking good card.
Okay,
maybe
so
pay
you're just
one
in
to
Delulu
sacrifice to make a bug. No, it is a really strong card. I think maybe paying one would make it balanced. For the rare or the common version. I mean, the common is what I play generally, and it is very busted.
Yeah,
I'm just adding a pay one cost. Yeah, increase reserve cost by 1. Or maybe make the reserve trigger increased by 1. So you have to pay 1 to activate one of its triggers. I don't think it's so busted that it would need to be eroded. I think it is a very strong card the way that it is, but
well,
all heroes have access to some very strong cards.
It is going to be eroded, though.
Is it on the watch list?
Yes.
It's on the watch list currently.
Oh.
And Cole might know something
that doesn't mean
we
that
don't.
It's going to be eroded. Just since it's on the watch list.
I will say it's very high on the watch list if there were maybe a ranking of cards that need to be changed.
Okay. Yeah, I think adding you have to pay 1 cost to discard a permanent or make a bug. Then it would be perfectly balanced.
Yeah, I think one of them, whether it's the rare or the common, I think they need to have one of their abilities removed. The fact that you can do either or is pretty strong. Also, I think there's some kind of weird issue with like my setup or something, and I feel like you guys are hearing me a second after I talk. So normally we are very great at talking over each other, but I promise not as it seems the last 2 episodes. I don't know. My computer's getting old. I think it's slowly dying.
Oh man,
So
you
if
get one
want
comment
to-
about how we talk over each other, and just oh man, happens all the time. It does happen all the time.
We can hear you just fine. It doesn't seem like it's on a delay to me.
I
It
guess we'll
just
find
seems
out
like
after the
you
recording.
guys. Yeah, it just seems like you guys answer me back delayed more than normal. So I've caught myself tripping up a couple times. But anyways, that's what Dexter does. Wookie already kind of gave his backstory on, he hasn't played, he has a family, has a Lyra deck. Dexter sometimes gives him a deck with no energy cards.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
Felix, what have you been playing, Felix? And what do you want to say about this Issery?
Yeah, Issery is what I'm really playing right now, mostly because I had a bunch of uniques that require 2 landmarks in play, and she generates a landmark pretty much every other day, and that was pretty much the catalyst for that. And I'm having a ton of fun with it, like a lot.
Yeah, so for the people listening, I would say if I were to look at your deck from a like competitive standpoint, and the only reason I say that is I obviously am not the strongest competitor, but I watch a lot of games from casting. I would say the interesting picks that you have in your Issery are the 3 Little Pigs, the Machine in the Ice, and then everything else except for maybe Kellenburst are pretty spot on. So how do you feel about those kind of somewhat off meta choices?
So I went with 3 Little Pigs because it's basically a 3 mana 5/5/5, which is big, and it's from anywhere. So I decided to give it a try, and it's been working pretty well when it comes to leveling out both sides of the expedition. I put in Machine in the Ice for 2 reasons. One, it works as an after you, just by paying 1 mana, which is really nice. I have a lot of 1-hand mana cards because they work as pseudo after use. And because is there a resupplies with her Aerolith, if that shows up at the end of a turn, it comes in ready on your next day, and it's a 3 mana 5/3/5. So it's overstated too. So I'm mostly running 3 Little Pigs and Machine in the Ice because they're overstated for their cost. And then if you I'm using 3 copies of the station. I think it's a station, whatever that is. I forgot the name already. But it removes their fleeting. Yeah, the resupply station thing. So it removes their fleeting, and then you just got another overstated dude next turn. So that works really nice.
So you mainly use them on the 3 Little Pigs?
Sorry? No. I mostly play
mainly
the
use the restocking station? Oh, on the uniques.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I use it on the uniques. I use it on the Saboteur. I forgot his name already. The one that you can sacrifice a permanent.
Demolition Expert.
Sabotages. The one that sacrifices the permanent and gets the. Yeah, the Puppeteer, that one.
Oh, the Puppeteer. Yeah.
Use it with Puppeteer. I have a couple uniques that go off whenever they do stuff from the reserve, so you can do them multiple times. I would have loved to use.
Your Inari is very good. Do you want me to read the Inari?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's a 4 from hand, 3 from reserve, 2/2/3. and it has when I leave the expedition zone, draw a card, and when I leave the expedition zone, if you control 2 or more landmarks, draw a card. So yeah,
That's
that
so
is
good.
very, very good with Restocking Station. And Restocking Station is one of the cards that the community feels like is too strong. But I don't believe it was on the watch list or is on the radar as being too strong.
No.
I think it's a great card, but
yeah,
seems balanced to me.
It's really, really fun because I'm running the engineer. I think it's a foundry engineer, and her support ability reduces the costs of the next permanent. And resupply station pretty much plays for mechanic. See, I don't know my names, but the mechanic just makes it cost 0. It's just literally just an after you.
Wonderful. How have the games been with it, and what are your big weaknesses?
Right now, I don't have ways to deal with mass amounts of characters. Dealing with Ordis with a bunch of the tokens, that's a problem. Dealing with...
Throw in an avalanche instead of one of those rare booms.
I was tempted to.
3 rare booms seems like overkill to me.
It actually works really well for the fact that if you pitch the jammer, it discards something and then it sabotages. When you use it with the aerolith, it resupplies. So, and it deals, because it's not cost restricted, it can deal with anything. And it discards them.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that's a big deal.
Oh, that is true. Okay.
Yeah. I would say instead of switching boom, I would go down a copy or 2 on
Drop a Keylon Burst.
Yeah, the Keylon Burst, I'll probably reduce those.
I generally prefer Keylon Burst at common, but I could see how you like it at rare and Izare, since you're always having 2 landmarks pretty much.
Yeah, I tried to run their common one and the rare was just objectively better. It's basically a 2 mana removal that creates a 2/2/2 for 2 mana.
Yeah,
but that's probably the one I've been looking at to maybe reduce. See what else.
I think that's probably
looks like a fun deck though.
Probably
Athena works really well too. Athena works really well too. I had to use the rare. The common one didn't work as well, but the rare one, it's just a 5/6/6 from hand and a 3/4/4 from the reserve for 3. It was just pure stats. It was overstated too from both sides.
And then one we haven't really mentioned, the Aerolith Reef. It's a really good card as well, especially when you have mechanical training,
and it counts as a landmark.
Yeah, that's why we're running the
training too.
That's why we're running the 3 mechanical trainings for the jammer, for the reef, for the restocking station, for the sack. So there's a lot of permanents that you can target with it.
Yeah, mechanical training has had kind of a pretty big resurgence as of late in Axiom, so it's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, let me see what other card was a big deal. I'm using Dexter's unique. He's Mowgli.
Oh, that Mowgli? Yeah, it's okay.
Well, I always have 2 landmarks, so I'm always going to draw a card with it.
Yeah, get and draw is always good.
Yeah. Demolition Expert works really well too. From both ways. So I'll try removing some of the Keylons to try something else.
So I guess the question is,
finally got to use more of my
Cole, what are you playing?
You've
got a lot.
7 different decks in this.
1, 2, there's 5.
Yeah.
5.
I will explain
big number.
The general concept of each of my decks.
Sorry.
And then I'll let Felix and Dexter tear them apart how they want. So I think by far my strongest deck right now is my Parvati Tasia. I think I can also say that I'm like the only person playing a deck like this, which is an honor. It is good though. Like I'm not even just making stuff up.
Lots of one drops.
It's very good for a Muna deck that's not Mass Anchor, because not all of us can afford Mass Anchor. My Auroch deck, I think, is one of the best Auroch decks. I think it's very fine-tuned. There's maybe, I think I consider 1 or 2 slots kind of variable. So in the variable slot right now, I have Ouroboros Trickster, which can easily be switched around. Lyra Contortionist, you can also switch if you want. And then I play Wayfarer and Navenka. And I absolutely do not play the rare. The rare is stupid. You play the common, and you draw a bunch of cards. This one has 1 or 2 variable slots as well. I would call the variables Silent Night and Lyra Signet right now. But basically, the concept is you just roll as many dice as possible, as often as possible, and you draw a bunch of cards. And then my No Unique deck, even though I don't really like...
Going so fast! You've got so many different decks here.
I know, we don't have time to tear apart every single one, piece by piece.
Yeah, we do.
We got Patreon.
It's surprising around seeing the Bastion and the Venka. I like the Lyra Bastion and the Venka.
I do not like the Bastion. Bastion is not good. Just play Martingale.
Well, you run both.
You like the Lost in the Woods in your Muna deck?
Why don't I? Lost in the Woods is old news. But
it's just too expensive.
If Dexter listened, what I said is I'm going to run down the concept of each deck real quick, and then you can
okay. Fine.
So I don't like No Unique, but I play in it to help the tournament numbers, help out the friends over there, a bunch of good people. I think it's actually a very good No Unique deck, and I think Rin is also pretty good in No Unique. And then I have a Flying Dockyard Soul, which I really like. The rare is a ton of fun, giving boosts and creating aeroliths. And that one's not super refined, but it's just fun. And I technically do have a Well of Tears Moyo deck, but it's far too in the testing phase still, and I think it's not going to be good until next set. So though that's what I'm playing pretty actively right now.
All 5 of those?
Yep. I have at any moment 8 to 10 turn-based games going all day, all the time.
So you're all Muna, Lyra, and some Bravos? Any reason why you're staying away from the other factions?
So I don't know. I just play.
These are just the ones that pop out to you that are fun.
I play every faction except for Ordis, basically.
Okay.
No surprise there.
Yeah, you said you had a Moyo. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a Moyo, and it's just kind of still in the testing phase. For the Navenka, though, I specifically call it Wayfarer Navenka because that is, what the build around is for the most part. This list, though, could be good without Wayfarer. I would not put the the Bastion in this list because that would be too many permanents. But if you wanted, you could get rid of the Wayfarer and slot in the Bastions. And if you look at my Anansi, it is very good if you have a landmark, but it is not necessary to have a landmark.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's still pretty good though.
I remember running the Wayfarer with the Bastion, but I only run maybe one copy of it because if I drew it, then it almost increases your chance twofold to draw cards with it.
yeah,
but it was a fun deck at the time.
My philosophy on landmarks is with a landmark like Bastion or both Bastions, Muna Bastion and the Lyra Bastion. Basically, the turn that you play them is going to be dead. Otherwise, you're playing it too late. Like if I have 8 mana and I get a Bastion, it's just too late. Like I might as well not even play it. So in this deck, since Wayfarer is the landmark, I wouldn't want to have hypothetically 2 dead turns, one playing the Bastion and one playing the Wayfarer. But I do think this deck is good enough how it is that you could totally just swap the landmarks if you don't want to play around with the Wayfarer. And I believe I posted this one on Patreon, so you can see the list and some of my considerations. Did I post Navenka or did I post? I'm pretty sure I posted Navenka on Patreon, yeah. And my Arok, I have a video of it on my YouTube, so.
Why don't you run
All
any
right,
beauty
Dexter,
sleeps
let's
in your
hear-
Rin?
That is a good question
Beauty
for
sleep is great
Rin.
in the Rin.
Yeah, the Rin probably
Like you're not doing
could-
festivals, not as important. But beauty
Yeah.
sleep's still a solid card.
It is. You are correct in that regard. The Rin probably has some.
I don't really like your rare
places it can
daughters
go.
either.
Well, it was converted from a Loki deck, so
I see. Yeah.
yeah.
Having something big is always good too.
Yeah. I think
Still running
one
the
card
tiny
in general
gins
that
in
I'm
this
not
day and
really.
age.
Well, yeah, because it's a little bit of a ramp because you have Hydras.
Oh yeah, Hydra Rin. Gotcha.
Yep. Same reason why there's Bountiful Meadows. And
Yeah.
this kind of setup with Rin, it does work pretty well in No Unique. I would say the version of Rin that's maybe a step above this one is Ascend Rin, which has been doing really well lately.
Yeah.
So you could go that route instead. But this is just kind of my version. And as for
I have
Cloth
not had much
Cocoon-
experience in the No Unique meta, so I don't really know what kind of stuff does well there. If you could give a little bit of insight into that. Specifically, like, No Unique meta.
Yeah, I don't pretend like I have a grasp on the meta either. I just know from my experience
This does
that
well.
the Rin, yeah, it does pretty decent. I think with No Unique, it kind of can go either way. And there's a lot of different No Unique tournaments and different rules and things like that. I think it's the same as like with Singleton. Kojo's always going to be good. And then from there, there's usually some diversity. There was a period of, I think there actually are stats on this. Let me go to their Discord. I think Rune Folk does the stats. But your question about Cloth Cocoon, it's just not really used in Muna anymore.
I said Lost in the Woods, not Cloth Cocoon.
Oh, both.
But same thing.
You don't really play
for
either
that?
of them. Yeah.
Okay.
In
It's been too long since
my
Muna was meta, so I don't know anymore.
yeah, yep, that's the hard part, is it's not very meta unless you have very good uniques. Let's see, does he? I thought he had an overview of the details, but maybe not. I don't know. Ask Freeloader. But I think it kind of mirrors Singleton a little bit. Bravos just has very good card access right now, so they're kind of hard to beat, especially in alternate formats. So I would say one of the best things that I did with my Parvati Teja is I added a rare mana reaping. And the amount of times that catches people off guard is pretty nice. So I used to hate those kind of removal spells, but I've kind of swallowed them down because it's pretty necessary in Muna, especially if you're going against other Muna who gets a Hydra out.
How come you use the rare caregiver and not the commons? You can boost something else to rare.
And what deck?
The Teja one.
Parvati.
Yeah, the Parvati Teja.
Yeah. I just don't know if there's anything else that I want at rare, honestly. And it gives you the anchored ability, and with Teja, it's a really good turn 1 because with Teja it's a 2,
having
3,
a bigger 1.
Yeah. Honestly, I think my Parvati deck is probably my strongest deck right now, and I don't think I would change very much. I'll be honest and say that I don't really know how much I love Colorful Cuckoo. I think it's good, but it's very situationally good. So I may at some point take it out. The rare versus the common is the rare you can use twice.
Yeah. I guess.
So
since you're not hurting for rare slots in this deck, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's only 1, and then I get 2 uses out of it. So
yeah.
But,
okay.
All right. What else you want to try to tear apart?
I don't know. I really like your Arak deck. Everything about your Arak deck looks like perfect Arak to me.
Yup.
It's just
we'll see if I win the tournament.
Arak, so, No Martingale?
In Arak? No.
Martingale's a nice 1-drop.
So, all right. There's a video on my YouTube, like I said, going over my Arak deck, but for the podcast, I'll kind of explain my thought process behind it. So, for a very long time, people approached Arak as like, what are the biggest and greatest hits that I can get with my ability? And, they were wanting to do Mind Apotheosis or Winter Nova or a Hydra or something like that. And I always thought that was way too risky of a strategy, and a lot of the times it just went very poorly. So I built a deck that's basically get as many counters as you can so that you're pulling more often. And basically every single card is okay if you pull it off of the Arak ability. The only ones that I would say are not okay to pull off of the ability are Tanuki and if I have Sandman. Yeah, I do have Sandman. Those you don't want to pull off Arak because their from hand abilities don't trigger.
Yeah.
But those are the only 2. And in a worst case scenario, if I have to put those out for stats, I will. Everything else, it has a from anywhere ability, or it's just good to put into Expedition and it will also net me a trigger for Arak.
How was your Bliss fan triggering?
From Guitarist and Daedalus.
Yeah, Daedalus is a big one.
Oh, Daedalus too. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
Okay.
But then, even then, Bliss Fan and Snowman and stuff like that are really good early plays. I think the one that I could easily switch out and not carry is the Trickster, but it has a From Anywhere ability, so it's good in that regard. It has zeros.
Yeah, that's nice.
My biggest hit is the Hydra, which if I just get it too early, I just mana it. And Small Step Giant Leap, which I just hit
Small
Felix
Step is
with.
so good. I love Small Step in Arc. It's so fun. Just
I
move now.
Yep. It is very good in Arak. I would probably say it is the only hero that is worth playing Small Step anymore. I
probably.
have 1 games off of it. But yeah, it is seemingly pretty good for Arak. We're doing a tournament right now that's all Arak, so we'll see if I win or not. I might lose to
You just beat up
and
Felix,
we'll see
right?
what his build is. I haven't won yet, so... What about Hostage Moyo?
Still going.
He needs to play Small Step. A guy trying, we do not talk about hostage decks on Altered Corner, sorry. But no, you're right. Hostage decks, in some regard, do play Small Step. The other thing I'll say about the Arak that I think a lot of people...
Mind?
What do you mean?
Continue on the Arak.
I think one of the biggest things that people sleep on that's in the Arak is rare Nyala. And I swear I don't see many other people do it, so I don't know if they've just never considered it. But since you can since you can order the triggers you want, you exhausted resupply first. See if what you exhausted resupply you would prefer in your hand. And then if not, you just switch the other card that you were going to switch. And then usually I'm putting something like Hathor or Guitarist or Contortionist or something like that in reserve. Will-O-Wisp, if I need it to go in reserve, can be a good one. Because it's very easy sometimes to play Nyala and actually have a bad switch. And Rare kind of cuts that possibility down a lot more. So,
when did you change your mind on X marks the spot? I remember back when we were talking about spoilers, you didn't like X marks the spot at all, but you've got 3 of them in your Navenka.
Because it's Wayfarer Navenka.
So just rolling dice is always good.
Yep. I will say the hardest part about X marks the spot is it feels like it should be a spell that hits permanents, but it doesn't. So I've caught myself like thinking that for a second,
trying to do
and
it
then
on
being
a
like, "Shit, it's only characters."
That's why I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah,
it's only characters.
Yep. I think
I see that.
In that regard, it's not the most amazing card, but because it's Wayfarer Navenka. And I mean, I should read my Anansi, I guess. I have an Anansi that is 3 from hand, 3 from reserve, 2, 2, 2. It says if you control 1 or more landmarks, I cost 1 less. And then it says when you roll 1 or more dice, I gain 1 boost for each card in your reserve. So it just goes very well with
boost it up.
I mean, it's a good unique in general, but it goes very well with Wayfarer getting that discount. Or you could switch it out to Lyra Bastion. So.
All right, time to move into our Patreon questions. We've got a couple of those this week from Gav Kenny. I'm just kidding. It's not just Gav
Didn't
Kenny.
Get to talk about his Bravo stack at all.
Oh.
It's just Flying Dockyard Soul. It's fun.
It looks fun. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. That one probably has room to
needs
adjusted.
A little bit more removal.
Yeah, but it's one of my more.
I don't know if I love Skybound Odyssey in Soul. I really tried Skybound Odyssey in Soul, but it just didn't seem to work out for me. Trying to do that balance between playing cards and then also passing first is hard.
Yeah. If anyone wants to discuss further about any of these decks or know more about them, feel free to just comment. I reply to a bunch of comments, except for if they are on weird platforms like Spotify or something else. It may take me like 2 months to see them, but
this is true.
YouTube, Discord, things like that, I will answer pretty quickly.
He will.
All right, questions.
Time to move into a question from Gav Kenny. Do you think the Exalt cards will seamlessly blend into the game, or do you perceive any issues?
I have comments on this off the rip. So I put in 2 examples here. I at first thought these will be fine. Like, they're cards that are just for specific heroes for the main part. Like, that was their whole goal. And a couple of the first ones we saw, I was like, yeah, this is nothing, amazing or whatever. Like, maybe certain decks will play it. I have put side by side in our notes document the Ortis and the Muna one. The Ortis one is fucking busted, by the way.
Yeah, the Ortis one is so good.
Let me tell you what it is. So for 6 mana, it's a 0/0/0, but it says from anywhere, create 3 mana seed tokens in your landmarks. Then I gain 1 boost per card in your landmarks. So first off, if you are playing it, you most likely already have at least 2 landmarks. Maybe even 3 would be pretty easy to do. So it'll be a 6 mana, 6/6/6 pretty dang easily. But it's actually not 6 mana. You want to know why?
Because it's only 3 mana. Because you can immediately pop all the mana seeds.
Exactly. It creates 3 mana seeds, which if you don't know what a mana seed is, it's a landmark that just has you tap it to sacrifice it and refresh 1 mana. So it is a 3 mana 6/6/6.
6/6/6.
Most of the time. It could be even more than that if you wanted. Not to mention...
And there are some cases where it might be a little bit worse, like a 3 for a 4/4/4, which is still perfectly good. It's still very solid. But if you really capitalize, it could go up to like 7/7/7, 8/8/8, something ridiculous like that. For 3 cost, that's a little bit unbalanced. I think they might need to go back and tweak that a little bit before full release, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe only create 2 mana seeds.
Yeah. I will say I actually still don't think Siggy plays it most of the time, but any other Ortis hero...
Yeah, probably not. It still likes a lot of low drops.
Yeah. I don't see any reason you would not play this in any other Ortis decks. So mana seeds are... so mana seeds are a permanent... Yes.
You have to have at least 6 mana to be able to do it. You do have to have at least 6 mana to do it, but then you can immediately refresh other mana.
Yep. Yep. And in turn order, you technically do have to wait for your next turn to get the mana back. But currently, the only way to stop that from happening effectively would be the hunger, which...
destroying them all. Yeah.
Costs 8 mana. So it is a card that is hard to remove, hard to counter, and is very good, very on curve. And you don't even have to, it's cool. It's great. The Muna one, I would call this one strong but fair. It is a 7 mana 5/5/5 that sorry.
Oh, target character.
That has from anywhere, target player exhausted resupplies, and when you make a gift, target character gains anchored. It is strong.
No, that's busted.
It is a strong card.
That is also busted.
I would call that fair.
You can anchor anything, so you can anchor itself, and then you can gift again and anchor someone else, gift again, anchor someone else. That can be really good.
Yes. I'm calling it strong, but fair. Not only does it cost more mana...
It is a 7 for 5/5/5, so I guess that makes it... I don't know. I still think it's a little bit overstated.
Well, so
I think maybe like a 3s or 4s would be a bit better, but it's not super broken. It is not as good as Astrape, I would definitely say.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The other 4, which I guess we've only seen 2 more, so I better be careful about which ones I talk about. So was that you that put the other 2 in?
These are the ones we've seen already. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to spend too long on this. I will say the Bravos and the Ysmir ones are fine. They are nowhere near the other 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, those are both good, but I mean, there's uniques that are better than those for sure. Those are like strong rare cards, I would say.
And I would say the same about the Lyra one. I mean, never mind. We haven't seen
the Lyra one was released.
Huh? Just the.
What did you just say,
the
Cole?
Image of it. Anyways, so to answer. I feel like that answers the question. I don't like how
they are very good,
but
I don't know.
Seemingly too good as usual, as the meme implies. The others seem more situational and fair, with the Muna one maybe being slightly above situational. To expand on that, I think Mana Seeds are going to go fucking crazy, and Mana Seeds are going to exist on uniques, so that'll be fun.
But that definitely has a chance to be ridiculous. I definitely think they'll need to do some balancing with the Exalteds right now. It looks like those 2 are for sure too strong. But maybe that's their goal, to just bust it open with some stupid Exalteds to give some of the weaker decks a chance to shine. I don't know, but if they take over the meta too much, they definitely will see erratas. So it'll be interesting to see. They're strong cards. I don't know. Some of them are good, some of them maybe not so much.
Yeah. So this next question, I'll kind of just paraphrase because I understand what they're talking about. This is from Monkey D. Elliott. So basically right now, during this phase of print on demand, they have a target to hit before the printing actually starts. I think, from my understanding and from what I remember, this is only like during the winter season, but I could be misremembering. Basically, they wait until 2,000 orders are placed, and then they start printing them and sending them out. It's been between like 400 and 500 orders out of 2,000 for a couple months now. So they just wanted us to kind of talk about how we feel about it. I will say I'm pretty sure that they've said there will be more news coming out about this soon and how they're going to approach it to make things better going forward. The other thing is I kind of understand people are just, waiting right now, waiting for the new set, waiting to, get more cards that they want to print. The thing that I understand is really annoying is you have to place your order and you have to fully pay for it before it's locked into that printing slot. So there's a lot of people just sitting on orders, not placing them.
Yeah.
This is where I have to just blame the human mind. Like, there's all these people not placing their order because the quota is not filled up yet.
Yep.
But the quota is not filling up because all these people are just sitting on their orders. So if everyone just
places their orders, then it would fill up.
Yeah. But yeah, the best I can say is I'm pretty sure they're coming out with news that might even probably already be out by the time that anyone listens to this.
Do you really think
and
that's
I think it
though?
was.
I mean, honestly?
What do you mean?
Well, because you're like, well, there's all these people that are waiting to place their orders until the queue gets filled up so that they can place their order. But if we all just placed our, like, I don't know if that's it. I mean, number one, 2,000.
Yeah,
you don't think there's actually that many people?
I don't, well, like, okay, so it's 2,000 cards, right? It's not 2,000 orders. If I'm
2,000 packs ordered, and each pack is like 30 cards or something.
That's what I meant. 2,000 packs.
And each person might order like 5 packs or something like that.
I just don't know. Like, This game continues to seem to have some issues that, like, need to be better resolved. And there's not good, like... Because number one... Okay, so you guys just talked about it, and I kind of stayed quiet. Because we talked about 2 cards that we can already see are busted. Or have the probability of being busted. And it just seems like there's always a handful of cards that, you know, come out, and they need to almost immediately be eroded. This is set 5.
No, that's just TCGs.
Yeah, see, that's all TCGs.
I don't think that's all TCGs. Like, Magic is one thing.
has already had a whole list of
Riftbound is much worse.
Yeah, Riftbound is...
They already have erratas for the set that isn't even out yet.
See, the thing is, like, Riftbound will get away with it because they have an IP behind it, right? Like, I don't know. How does playtesting go for this game? I don't know. Like, it's just like every set.
They have a group of playtesters.
Well, I'm sure they do. But like, I don't know. It just like it's becoming, for me at least, it's becoming harder and harder for new players, which is a primary focus for me. It's becoming harder and harder for new players to come in and enjoy this game. Like, what do I have to promise a new player that's like, I'm interested in playing Altered? What do I get from Altered that
remember our new player episode?
Yeah.
Well, the question is, are they
decks, get some packs.
Right, but what can I offer?
Are they a boomer like you, or?
Well, I'm not a boomer. Thank you.
Are they open to playing online on Board Game Arena and getting some reps there, learning how to play, having fun online?
Okay, let me finish my question. What can I offer in the Altered verse that I can't get elsewhere? What's my elevator speech for Altered as opposed to any other card game? If anybody knows what an elevator speech is.
The market, the print on demand.
Okay, but there's
my
problems.
first question would be
unique cards.
Are you the type of person that has to play a TCG in person, or are you okay playing online?
Okay, I'm cool playing online. Let's just say I'm okay with playing. Yeah, I like playing online. Play a lot of Hearthstone.
Cool. All right. Altered is the best TCG that you can play online right now, hands down. So go ahead.
But why?
Join.
It's not my job to do it in physical collection.
What's that?
We're losing the plot.
I don't think we're losing the plot. I think, but like I was saying, like, what's my elevator speech to get people to play Altered? Because it's not a primarily online game, right? Or that's not the idea that they want to focus around. They're not moving. It
kind of has become one in the United States.
I understand that, but we already went through last episode that it is not a game that is going to be... is not some. They're not looking to move this to a primarily online fashion. They still want to have physical cards.
Yeah, they still
Right.
have physical cards.
I'm just asking. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying, like, what is the pitch? What's the elevator speech for me to go, yep, this is the game for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it would be there is a very great online community. If you buy cards, you own them both physically and digitally.
Yep.
So if you do have the chance to play in person, you have that. If not, BGA, which there are daily tournaments, 3 different supported formats, which a lot of TCGs don't have, a market where you can sell and or trade all of your cards. I'll tell you guys, I've been unemployed. You know how I've been like kind of surviving these last couple months? Selling cards.
Playing
like
Altered.
literally. I'm not
Selling
even
your
lying.
cards.
Yeah. I'm very lucky that I got some like extra OP boxes and I got some retail boxes and things like that. But you could go out right now and buy a Beyond the Gates box for $20. You could easily get your money back selling
Yeah, you
those
could
online.
definitely flip it for 50 plus.
And guess what? It's easy. You don't have to ship anything. You don't have to package anything. All you do is sign up on altered.gg, list your cards for market rate.
Get in the
and
cards,
boom,
list
they're
them,
gone.
and
See, and
you get money.
I've thought about that, right? I've thought about that, but then that led me down a rabbit hole, right? Why are the whales not doing this? Do you know what I mean? Like, if it is that easy,
because they just don't want a bunch of cards.
Okay, fair enough. Because like for me, it's not who I am, but it's like, man, why isn't Rudy from if it's that easy to flip it and gain money, why is Rudy from Alpha Investments not doing it? Because he seems like the kind of asshole that would come in and fuck up a market. You know what I mean?
Probably doesn't know about it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I'm just, because he seems like that guy who would be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy up all the hungers, and then I'm gonna make them worth $1 million, and then now I have them all. He seems like that kind of guy. I don't know. It led me because, like you said, it is.
You could do that with the hunger.
It is incredibly affordable, right? Like weirdly, almost like too affordable, right?
Yeah. We've seen an actual increase in new players joining the Discord and asking a lot of questions because of how cheap Beyond the Gates got. So it's been pretty cool.
I mean, that's
to
phenomenal.
Answer your original question. Your original question about the pod, I do think there are easily enough packs sitting there waiting to be ordered based on the amount of people that admit to doing that, and based on how quickly the slot filled up last time when it got close and when people got like Masubi alt arts and things like that. I think right now we're just in a waiting period until the new set. A lot of people thought the uniques from the Game Found would kind of push it over, but that you'd have to get a unique that you really want to print, and then uniques are your lowest amount of cards in a deck. So people are just, either sitting on their order or waiting to place an order until they have 20 or more cards that they even want ordered. But yeah, I could see that easily being the case. But there's supposed to be an announcement probably this coming week about the changes.
And maybe we'll go over it next week
forward or whatever. Yeah,
when you're hearing this, but I just thought about that because it just seems like, number one, there's a ton. There always seems to be a problem with a handful of cards every set. Like I don't know how I rep that to new players, and like the more, it's like, have you guys ever watched that YouTube series? The guy who does it on YouTube, it's the 7 Deadly Sins of CCGs.
No.
Felix might have seen it once or twice. No? Just me? Okay, that's cool. But it's just the 7 Deadly Sins of CCGs, and he goes over all the things that like will almost immediately make your card game fail, right? And like one of them was like special promos and exclusivity promos and stuff like that. I don't know, just like there's so many erratas. Like it just seems like every set has a handful, and now there's this watch list. I mean, that's been around for a year now. It for someone like me, it becomes difficult to track. Right? I have a short bad memory, so. And then just
yeah,
it seems like the from outside looking in, it's problem after problem after problem, and like I get it, and it's just I don't know, maybe some of the rose tinted is starting to clear off. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think you're
in love, so it doesn't matter. On the
head with the. No, I'm giving you credit. You said that other TCGs get away with it because they're just like highly more popular or based off of a popular IP. You hear all the time like the issues that One Piece had with art and screen grabs and just shitty cards, but people love One Piece, so they play it. Riftbound has had a ton of issues. Card quality, rares missing. They've
hard distribution.
Their most recent card that they changed, which is not going to make sense to half the people on here. There's a card they changed, Ikathan Rain, or however you say it.
Yeah,
it used to basically say do this thing 6 times, and it makes perfect sense. But because of the rules, because of new things, they changed the card to have the thing you do printed on the card 6 times. So it says, do this thing, do this thing,
what?
do this thing.
That's
this
bullshit.
Thing. Yeah. So
there's no way they did that.
I promise you.
I don't doubt it because
they get away with it precisely because of what you said. It's a very popular IP.
It's popular.
It's the new hotness.
People are creaming their drawers about it. I get it. I understand it, right? It's just like this new game where Keyforge, where I'm arguing with one of our lead judges as to why this card should do the thing I want it to do, and he's telling me no, and I'm like, but that's not... It's a lot. Felix, I gotta talk to you. How do I argue with a head judge and win?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know.
All right. Well, but go
ahead. Because
a
head judge is a head judge.
Yeah, I know, but
I posted
tired of his malarkey.
They don't have the card art yet, but I posted the original card and the new text update.
That's so stupid.
For Ikathian Rain.
Where is it?
Felix probably knows that it technically makes sense based on the rules, but the fact that it came to
for the rules, now it's not reflexive or something like that, and each one can be reacted to individually or something stupid. I guess it technically makes sense ruling-wise, but that's just so gross.
Why? Is it because there's a moment of interaction in between each one?
Yeah.
Is that why there's a time for your opponent?
Before it used to be. No. Now whenever this resolves, all of them happen at the same time.
Right, I'm saying, but previously, the way it read, there's a moment of interaction in between each set of damage.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, it is very unfortunate for Altered because I think things like this do get put under a huge magnifying glass. But time and time again, I have so many ways to prove it is just like this in TCGs. And every time someone tries to argue, like, TCGs never do this, I'm like, okay, here's an article that shows you 1,000 times that it's been done.
It definitely happens, but if it's Magic or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, right? Because people play those, they're popularized, right? Or, you know, they have huge IP behind them. And like, this definitely happens. Like, I was not, when they're like, yep, there's going to be a delay in this, I was like, yep, not really surprised. But then some people were like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, dude, this is for real? This is nothing about what you read just made you go, yeah, there's probably going to be some issues with that. Like, use your head sometimes, people. That's all I got to say. Use your noggin sometimes, because sometimes people are like, what? And it's like, you saw no issues with that, huh? And they're like, well, I guess.
One of the really big sticking points right now with people in Altered is like, when I search Altered TCG on YouTube, the videos that pop up first are like about the game found situation and how, you know, that's bad. But I get Riftbound videos that are the exact same on my feed like every other week.
Have you watched Magic content at all, ever? I feel like these people live under a bubble sometimes.
Well,
it's like, why don't you go watch some Magic content?
Yeah.
Right? Like, Magic is like, YouTube channels and Magic make their bread and butter off of bitching about Magic. Like,
Yep. So it's really.
I don't want to do this to the guy, but go watch the professor's videos. You guys all know who that is? Tolarian Community College. I feel like everyone kind of knows who he is, right? Right.
Yep.
He says he's not negative.
Yep.
And to, you know, he has goods and bads, right? Which he's, I feel like his opinions are very center cut, right? Like, he's got like, I would like to see this changed, but here's some, you know, these are good. I like this. I don't like that. But people just cling to the negative and like call him negative all the time. And it's like, that's where the money's made on YouTube, is people bitching. I hate to tell you, that's where the money. Listen,
that's how the news works.
Archons Corner, if I'm not mistaken, is still the top rated Keyforge podcast. Now, there ain't many of us, right? Under 10, but it's because we complain. Right?
I don't know. Help from Future Self might be passing you. We'll see.
They're getting close. Like they
post more often now, don't they?
Well, they go through we go through the December months, or we don't go through the December months, and they do, or the December month, the weeks, whatever. But their complaining's getting to be pretty good. I gotta say, which is kind of strange, but like, it is what sells, so that's why you're seeing it, right? And the YouTube algorithm sucks, because the people who bitch the most are always the ones. What is it? The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? I believe that's the thing, right? And then people go onto the internet to immediately justify their bitching, right? And when you go look for a vacuum in a tunnel, you're gonna find it, right? When you put up, say the bad thing into the thing, it's gonna show you the bad thing, and you're like, that's all that's online. Now, I can't tell you the last time.
Yep. And then it just becomes a feedback loop of person makes negative video, everyone goes to the comments to complain about them being negative or to defend the thing they love, and then it pushes the video higher and higher.
Right.
There are one or two creators, maybe possibly, that were in Altered that I do not like because they create content that, you know, garners those kind of responses. And I just don't watch that kind of content. I watch, you know, the stuff that is not like that. But yeah, it's basically all just to say all of these other games are way bigger. It's like a bigger pond. There's more content creators. There's more news coming out, you know, repeatedly. Like,
I
this
also
whole
feel
errata
like
thing, by the time it comes out, will be over.
Right. I also feel like they chose, nothing against the two people they chose, but I feel like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how everything goes into that, so I'm not going to speak on it. Because I don't know how you choose the, you know, because obviously, like, social media influencers play a big role, right? How you choose those, how you do that. And I'm not saying anything about the people. I'm just saying about the actual influence they have, right? So I don't know what goes into that, how you decide that. I'm sure it's a numbers game with money and all that, and just again, I'm not going to talk on something I'm not familiar on, because the only reason I get the reactions is because I'm incredibly negative, and I call me a realist, but that's just me. You're allowed to call me whatever you so desire, because. I keep it 100. At least I like to tell people I do, right? If I think it's shit, I'll tell you it's shit. If I think it's great, I'll tell you I'm great. I've always kind of prided myself in Keyforge and in Altered on if it is good for the game and a good decision, I will give praise. If it's garbage, I will destroy it, right? I'm much better at destroying than I am than I am praising. But
I would say you are far more positive than you think when it comes to like the grander community in general. So
well, I see, this is the weird thing, because like Altered is the exact opposite of Keyforge. Right? Like Altered, the whole community, like everything is dying all the time. Like Altered is it's a weird community, bro. Everything is on fire all the time. Right? And I feel like it's like what level of hurricane is it this week? Right? Like what class of hurricane is it? Where in Keyforge, it's very different, where everyone's like, everything's awesome. It's like, are you fucking stupid? Did you not, where this card
Have you seen You need to look at the Discord more.
Discord.
People...
No, I read Discord.
Cold probably knows better than you what's happening in Keyforge world. People are still freaking out about PV and erratas and everything's going wrong in Keyforge too.
And I'm going to say pre-PV, right? That's where I'll say, because PV was the first time people actually came out and were like, this is, I mean, I guess maybe it started in Grim Reminders a little bit, where people are like, this is busted, I don't like it, right? But like PV was really, I think, like the first time where it really came up and people were like, this is busted, I don't like it.
Now everyone's being vocal.
Well, because the problem is it will, with how they've got it, it's going to dominate the meta for a long time to come if they don't do something. And they don't do anything is the issue. Whereas Altered's like, oh, this might be an issue. We should do something, and then they do
errata stuff.
Well, but sometimes like it's so quick, right? It's like, oh, this might be a potential problem. We really haven't let it play out yet, but we're gonna errata it anyway. And it's like, well, hold on, let's see what the meta does first. Maybe it's not an issue at all. We don't know. But Altered's like, we're going to errata.
I agree. I think they should have never errated Waru. Waru wasn't that good.
Shut up, Dexter.
Okay,
Go sit back down in your corner.
Let's not get...
Waru, they allowed Waru to run wild for like 6 months. It was a problem.
Yeah.
And they're like, we should probably change this. Where like sometimes it's like, man, I feel like and you guys tell me Afanis had a lot longer than he did, but I feel like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, was it that long?
He had a couple months,
but it felt like it was like,
I mean, Siggy was also always up there, but they kept errating and suspending draw stuff for Sigismar to make it more balanced.
Sometimes, like, it's like I feel like it's not even like they don't even give it a cycle, right? And it's just like they're like, oh, it's been 6 weeks, we need to change this now, and it's like, but like you haven't even given people time to like cope with it. It's just like, let's just change it. It's like easy.
This is a topic for a whole nother episode.
All right,
but I'll give you a great analogy right now. In Keyforge, everything is always on fire and always burns and always hurts, so they're just used to it. In Altered, we have very good stretches of time where everything is great and everything is wonderful. And then something gets set on fire, so everyone freaks out. That's the difference.
I said that recently. Yep. I was like, it's like Stockholm Syndrome over in Keyforge. right? Like, we're just so used to being disappointed. We're just like, yeah, that's about right. You know, like, when it's, like, super disappointing, we're just like, yeah, that seems that's about par for the course, and, like, we just accept it, right? Where it's like, I don't know. Maybe that's it, because even Sheep, man, I'm like, man, they've just beaten you down, huh? And he's like, pretty much. That's where he was. He's just like, they've just beaten you to the point where you're just like, and he's just like, we've talked about it, we've done this, we've done that, and they're not going to change it. So why even continue to complain?
Why keep beating the dead horse if it's not going to do anything?
Right, and it's just like, but it's like, I just feel like the minute you let it go, they're going to be like, see, it's fine. It's all right. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but
everything's fine.
Yeah, it's the dog in the house, right? In the burning house.
Yup, the dog in the house. Everything's burning down.
Yep.
But to answer Monkey D. Elliott's question,
and really,
go ahead. I'm gonna let you do it.
I already replied on YouTube, but yeah, just hold out for news.
Just wait till next week.
Yeah.
Cole knows something.
Basically.
He's not going to tell us. Just wait till next week. That's when you know it's going to all be okay. When Cole just tells you just wait till next week about something you're complaining about, you know it'll be addressed next week. I'm solid on that one.
It's not even secret news. It's not even secret news. They said it in the Discord.
Well, not this time, but sometimes it's secret. You never know.
All right. The only other thing for me is, remember, you can go to alteredcorner.com/events to see all the current tournaments for the most part.
Yep.
Canada has a new one coming up in like 4 days, so you probably missed it if you're listening to this not on Patreon. But yeah, and that's all I have. And now you guys can
now FYI
into whatever else you want.
FYI, I'm just gonna say this. I will be in Minnesota tomorrow and the next day.
Huh?
So, yeah, I'm going to Minnesota.
For what?
I have a work thing.
Work?
Yeah, it's
meeting?
Work. Yep,
okay.
I have my annual head coaches, store manager meeting that we all go to. They're going to take us out to a nice fancy dinner. Then we're going to have a big meeting the next day, and then I get to drive 5.5 hours home. It's pretty not awesome,
Yay.
but it's kind of awesome, I guess. The fancy dinner should be nice. That much. I'll take the fancy dinner. But if you never hear from me again, I've been deported to my homeworld of Kishik. Yeah, that's where ICE is right now.
Uh-huh.
Asking for
you are a
people's
Wookiee
papers.
after all.
I am a Wookiee. I am an interstellar alien from the planet Kishik. So, if you never hear from me again.
I thought it was Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk.
Is it Kashyyyk?
Kishik.
Okay.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just, you're ruining my joke. Thanks a lot, Dexter. But,
you're welcome.
So
always happy to please.
Probably Patreon will be looking. We're looking like Wednesday.
As a guy trying is saying, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Probably coming up Wednesday.
Understandable.
So.
As a guy trying, thank you for hanging out in the live audience, says season finals is also coming up. We talked about it on our last episode. If you did not hear that one, go listen to it. But also the 31st and the 1st. So January 31st, February 1st, English broadcast will be on the AWOL YouTube. So you can go watch that if you are not competing. That is the last thing I will say. Now you can
make sure you go over to the Patreon. Make sure you support Cole in his efforts of everything to save Altered, and maybe we'll make you a "You Save Altered" trophy. Once I fix my 3D printer, I'll make little trophies to send out to the Patreon.
You broke it already?
I think it's just got a clog. It's a pretty common problem.
That happens with new printers.
I think it just clogged. So I have to, and it's Sunday. So I was like, oh man, where am I going to get a declogger? Where am I going to get one of those, unclogging needles? And the only place around me that sells stuff is Hobby Lobby. Guess what day Hobby Lobby isn't open? Sundays.
Sunday.
So I couldn't go there. So not a big deal. I'll just get it unclogged. Or my wife will probably unclog it tomorrow because they don't have school tomorrow. So she'll get one, unclog it, and be done. Make sure you... Okay, Patreon we already did. Head over to w.gg. Use the code DrawBetter to get 10% off all your energy needs. And with that being said, it is late, boys. We will see you all next week.